Hi, this is Sarah Meixel, and today we're here with Dr. Jason Ross. He is the director of the Iowa Pork Industry Center at Iowa State. Thanks for being with us today, Dr. Ross.
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
We're here today at AASV, and you just presented to the group about kind of that sow longevity, sow mortality issue that the industry is kind of dealing with. Can you tell us a little bit about your message?
Sure. Yeah, this was really kind of just an update on where we're at in a project that really we started as a team with faculty, investigators, and staff at the Iowa Pork Industry Center at Iowa State University a little over a year and a half ago. And that project's continued to grow, and it started out as a survey project where we collaborated with around 13 of the larger production systems and about 20 different independent producers throughout the country. And really we worked to better understand what some of the potential issues around sow mortality and pelvic organ prolapse were. And so as we worked through that was a year-long project, and it kind of gave us some different ideas and strategies that we could start developing additional research protocols and programs around. And so since then we've continued to do research on trying to better understand individual sows and characteristics around individual sows that have a high risk for pelvic organ prolapse. And so really what we did there is we've developed a strategy that we can evaluate sows during late gestation that we think are higher risk for pelvic organ prolapse than the rest of the cohort, and collect biological samples from them and evaluate those samples to help us get a little better picture of what's going on inside the sow that precedes a prolapse issue in the farrowing room.
Very good. And have you got any results yet, or are you still?
So yeah, we have had some good results. We do think that some of the issue, it's a very complex issue for sure, and so there's a lot of variables that we can't quite account for, and we don't understand what the contribution of every individual variable is. But one of the things that we have been able to see fairly consistently is that there is endogenous changes within the sow that within the vaginal microbiome. There's difference with serum biomarkers, and some of the biomarkers that we see that are different between sows that have a high and low risk for pelvic organ prolapse are some that are associated with inflammation and steroid biosynthesis. So we're working to further validate some of those biomarkers, and then also as we develop mitigation strategies that we can test with producers, we also have some markers now that we can use to see if those are also responding to those mitigation strategies.
And so in the end, what will a study like this really mean for producers then?
So at the end of the day, right, the reason we started all this work is because there's been a consistent increase in pelvic organ prolapses across the industry for the last 10 years. And so, our long-term goal is really to work hard to understand some of the biological underpinnings that contribute to a sow's risk of pelvic organ prolapse. So for producers, the value of that long term is that as we understand those biological aspects that contribute to why a sow might prolapse, we can help develop mitigation strategies, we can help develop protocols, management protocols that then they can implement on the farm to help reduce the incidence on within their production system.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for all the information today, Jason.
Yep, thank you, Sarah. It's a pleasure to talk with you.
This is Sarah Meixel with The Big Site.